Hello?
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny, that's my name, Danny D'Angelo. I'm calling on some commercial space for lease here in Attleboro.
Hey, Danny, how you doing? You have a Phoenix number, I think. Isn't 480 Phoenix?
Yeah, I've got a little house in Cave Creek, Arizona.
Not bad. So what do you, I do have some property in Attleboro. Which one are you interested in?
There is a coin laundromat there, if that's on your radar, kind of a
Yeah,
beat up
yeah.
old coin laundry. So that's my thing, Danny. I'm always looking for cash and coin laundromats. We've scouted the store, my partner and I, as we're looking to put more stores in mass. And we just see loads of out of order equipment. Essentially, I'm always looking for underperforming laundries so I can talk lease terms with you, sign a new lease, put some new equipment in. It's fairly simple. I mean, I'm not trying to simplify the process, but when it works well. I've got stores in 3 states, and we're looking to build on that empire. And we've been in the store. It's not me throwing darts at a phone book. It's the reality of understanding how to run these store well and how to make this one a little better. And if you've got a good tenant, if they're paying on time, God bless America. I'm not looking to change that, or certainly can't toss your tenant out. I don't want to do that. This isn't the worst store I've seen, but it's far from the best, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. It, shouldn't you be calling the owner of the laundromat and asking if you can buy
Sure.
them
If I
out?
wanted to purchase a laundromat, I could do that all day, my friend. And I just don't do that. I don't see that as my road to success. And be it 50,000 or 300,000, I don't see any price that's worth paying. I did that a very long time ago, and that's a great question. I just don't do that any longer. Again, if it's a good tenant, great. I'm not asking about your rent rolls or trying to dig up information. I can see by walking into the store, because it's operating, that 60% of their equipment is out of order. They don't run their heat or air conditioning either during the summer or winter. They close their doors very early. There's old, beat up, negative, no signs, as I call them. No sitting on the equipment, no children.
Yeah, it's a piece of, it is, I was never impressed by them. I agree with you. So how can I help you? I'm just a leasing guy. I don't own the plaza or anything.
Right. Well, you can look, Danny. We're used to our phone ringing and someone selling newspapers, and we say yes or no. Hey, I want the Post, or no, thank you. Have a nice day. I'm not doing that. So call this an introduction. If you're looking out for me and you understand that we are here, intrigued and looking, when the time comes, maybe it's today, tomorrow, 6 days, or 6 months from now, call me. We'll talk terms. I'll try to beat you up on the rate of rent over the next 15 years, and I'll spend,
I like that. I like your way, Danny.
well, I
How
don't,
about if I have other locations? Can I send them to you?
as long as it's a coin laundromat. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I mean, vacant. Would you ever do if I can give you a nice site, would you ever do a laundromat from scratch?
Great question. No. Happy to talk about it. The environmental impact fees alone in laundromats are killers. And that's why I'm calling on this horrible store that you are, your words, not impressed by. I'm calling on this store because I don't want to spend close to 200,000 on gas, water, electric, environmental impact fees. A laundromat is different, Danny. It's not a nail salon where there are tons of employees and it's a service business. It's not a dollar store where I hope to buy product from China and sell it for double. It's a service business, yes, but it's also really renting gas, water, and electric and in equipment in the short term. That's what we do, and we do it well. So it might be tomorrow, next year, or next month, but I can understand you're looking to move space and you have inventory, but I'm not going to build a laundromat. I just see that as, again, as a recipe for disaster. My processes are pretty simple. We are local. My partner and I are looking to build on that empire by signing leases. And maybe this place comes available in 6 months or 6 days or 6 years. I want you to reach out and we'll talk.
Maybe I could call him and see if he'd like to leave. Would you buy him out?
Again, same thing. Buying out his existing lease for $1, sure. But if it's $2, no, not interested. You're not my only call today. So that, I know it's late in the day, in fact, but I've been on the phone all day long. And I've got a couple landlords that always say, you know what? They're done. They're month to month. It's time. Maybe it's not time for this one, But I'm not asking you. I want to be careful. I don't want these wings of a butterfly where you reach out to him. If he's in arrears, your business. If he wants to walk, his business. My business is taking over existing stores through a non-hostile takeover and then retooling. Every penny I spend on my stores, Dan, is spent on me and my future. Machines. That's it. Washers and dryers.
How many do you have?
36.
That's impressive. That's great.
I don't
Let
know.
me see when his lease ends. Hold on. Let me just see. Laundromat. He's not done to Memorial Day of next year.
You know what's funny about that? That's a blink of an eye. That's a blink of an eye. We're talking about a long-term lease. I'm looking for 15 years, and he's out Memorial Day, unless he comes to you and he's got, I don't know, a couple of 5 or 6 year options remaining. Good for him. Unless he comes to you and wants to sign again, I wouldn't blame you for doing that. You've got a bird in the hand. It's biblical. But if and when Memorial Day comes and goes, I'll set my calendar for 2 months prior. I could sign a lease right now contingent on his exit. I've done it. I'm not in a hurry.
What would you pay for that rent? What do you think?
As little as possible. Another great question. And I'll explain. A lot of times you're looking at what your rate of rent normally is and what that rate in that area, or whether or not it's a great neighborhood or a bad neighborhood. I understand all of that, but it's still a laundromat. And so the difference between me and your current operator is a massive debt service. And I drag that debt service, the amount I pay for the washers and dryers, I drag it through the whole lease. I mean, I'm looking for 15 years because every 7 I'm retooling. So honestly, I can't speak to what I can pay, but I want to pay as little as possible. And also, you don't frequent laundromats. Let me go out on a limb. I don't frequent laundromats. I don't go to them, but I know that we do half our business on Sunday and we play catch up the rest of the week. So I don't want to come to you hat in hand 6 months or 6 years from now and say, oh, gee, we couldn't make it. I didn't know what I was doing, Dan. And then you go to management and say, we got a lame duck here. It's hard. It's a good business if you have enough stores.
I think you know what you're doing, man. You sound very intelligent.
Well, that means a lot to me. I wish you'd call my mom and tell her that. Kidding. She thinks.
Would you be nice enough to text me your name and email?
Yes, absolutely.
And,
yes, sir.
I'm going to see what I can do for you.
Okay. Dan, I appreciate you. My name is Danny D'Angelo. My partner's name is Newman. And what I'll do, text me your email address, and I'll send you an email with before and after pictures, what our stores look like, what we do. One thing you can't answer now, what's the square footage on this location? How big is the store?
I just went off that page. Hold on.
Thanks.
Hold on. I just went off that. Hold on. Okay. They're 2,500 square feet.
Yeah, that's what I figured. 2,500 is a great footprint for us. It's going to cost me right around $250,000, just above that in equipment. I spend about $100 a square foot, and I'll do that twice through the length of the lease. So, can I ask what would be your typical asking rate on that space?
I'm going to tell you what they're paying. They're paying $1,755.
Okay, that's not bad. And like I said, honestly, I'll try to shave that a little bit. And the reason is, I'm resetting the lease, I'm starting afresh, and their existing customer base is mostly gone because of their old equipment. It's all they care about. If I'm sending my wife in here after hours, I want to make sure she gets in and out as quickly as she can. And I appreciate the time, I appreciate the information, and what we will do, I can put an LOI in your hands. I can send you a letter of intent, tell you what we can do, or I can wait until we get closer to Memorial Day. It's up to you. Text me your email address.
I'll text you and let's stay in touch. Let me see what I can do for you.
Good. Dan, I consider you a friend. Thanks for the time.
Okay, Dan. Thank you.
Cheers. Newman, how was that?
Yes.
Can I ask why you're not taking any notes?
I was listening. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing the job and I'm talking and I'm really intense and I'm doing my best to, number one, lay down the law to a guy that it's a cold call. The guy has no idea what's going on. Number two, do my best to get you the best possible deal. And without even asking, he gave me the exact date that this lease is up. He said, let me look at the rent rolls. And he looked it up on his computer. Let me see the exact square footage. But I'm just trying to understand why you didn't write any notes. I beg you to do that. It's written in my original email. I've said it to you before, and you're just so intent on listening you can't help me out with some notes.
Yeah, my screen was, oh, yeah. But in this moment now, what are we looking at with this? Do we call back closer to that holiday, that Memorial Day, or is he going to reach out to you? Because he seems like he wants to further conversation. He said, "I'm going to see what I can do for you. Let me," as if he's going to reach out tomorrow or something. I don't know if this.
I'm kind of weird, you know. I'm kind of fixated on one thing. Why aren't you taking any notes? Can we just get past that?
I'm excited.
Did you write anything down at all?
No, you got it though.
No. I didn't write anything down.
The 2,500 square.
Newman.
That's what I would have.
Newman, this is probably the most important telephone conversation. I don't want to hurt your feelings, okay? It's the most important telephone conversation of the day. I don't want to say of your life. I don't want to say, okay. But I've begged you to take notes and you're writing nothing down. There was a lot that was said, a lot. His inflection in his voice, when he said when the lease was up, I don't understand. Can you just make me understand why you didn't take notes?
That part missed me.
You're in the library right now?
Yeah.
Okay, are you a student?
No.
Okay, okay. I'm not a college professor. I'm certainly not a high school teacher. I'm not a therapist, but I just need you to help me when we do these calls, okay? I need you to write down everything that's said directly in the Google document, please, okay? It's really important, okay? And I've told you that before, and you know that. You read it in my initial email. You know that. I just said it to you on the last phone call we made when no one answered. I begged you to take notes, and you're not doing it. So we've lost a lot, right? We don't remember everything he said, right?
No,
maybe it's not important to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't write a single. You wrote what? Not a single word. Okay, I'll get off the subject. This laundromat can be yours. We know when the lease is up, and I like Dan. He's a nice guy. He's already texted me his email address, so I'm going to CC you in the email that I send to him. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're not ready to go move on this space yet, but the time will come. All right. What I want you to do is set your calendar for 60 days prior to Memorial Day. What year is the lease up?
When is Memorial Day? I gotta look that up right now.
So you didn't write anything down. You didn't write down when the lease is up, right?
Memorial Day.
Which Memorial Day? What year?
Well, I would assume this year, but.
So you're making an assumption on what is perhaps the most important call of your life. I'm just saying. You're assuming instead of having written notes down. While the man said it. Kind of beating you up, aren't I?
I understand.
But okay, you understand for good reason. If you worked at a call center and you were told to sit down and sell newspapers to Mrs. McGillicuddy and you didn't take a note where she said,
you know what, I get the Saturday Evening Post. I'm not interested in the Times.
You'd have to note the date, time, Mrs. McGillicuddy answered and she said, I'm not interested. If you didn't do that, they'd fire you from your job trying to sell newspapers. Phone call centers, not a job anybody really wants, is it? But now you and I are doing this, and I'm the closer, and you're kind of the note guy for me, okay?
Got you.
You're excited. Great.
I am.
I still need you to be the ditch digger that does the hard work here, right? Because would you rather take notes or call him yourself?
Take notes. You do it well.
Thank you.
You do a better job than I could.
Let's
Yeah.
move on past that, shall we?
Gotcha.
Everybody likes to watch me on YouTube beat up landlords. Nobody likes me yelling at my clients, right? I'm not yelling at you. I just need your help.
No, I get it.
Okay, thank you. If I hadn't just asked you, begged you to take notes 3 phone calls ago, it wouldn't be that big a deal, I guess. I just figured that we haven't been doing this for how long? When did you hire me?
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
was scouting in New York at the time.
all right, this could be your store. It's looking good. What we do next, I've got his email address. I'm going to put it in the Google document. I'll do that.
Oh,
Then I'm going to...
No, good.
I'm going to send him an email and I'll CC you. Don't do anything. If you've got his number. Don't call, don't text, don't write. Don't send his daughter a love note. I'll send him an email and I'll let you know if and when he reaches back. Keep a physical eye on this store until about 60 days before Memorial Day.
Got it. Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Danny,
Yeah.
one more question. So what are we, is there more calls next week? I mean, I feel good about this too. So are we just waiting? I don't know. What's my next move?
Why would you wait?
What does this look like?
You've hired me to make telephone calls. I wouldn't sit on my hands until Memorial Day.
Okay. That's not how it works. You can't just buy him out of the remainder of what's going on. That's May.
You've got money to burn, right? You want to go call the operator and buy his store now? Is that what my system is called? Go buy out existingleases.com? What's wrong with you? Seriously. What?
Nah. Yeah, I get you.
You hired me 2 years ago. We haven't really done anything because you've got life getting in the way. I don't have any patience for that, but it's fine. I make a commitment. We're making the calls. You put the stores in front of me and we do the thing. I'm not a motivational speaker. I think you know that about me. I'm not your counselor. I'm not a soothsayer. Anyone who wants a laundromat, you don't have to hire me. You can call landlords. You can pretend to be me. I wouldn't. I don't do my own taxes. I hire professionals. And now you're asking me, you want to go buy this guy out? What's the price? How much is it worth?
No, I get you. So
Okay.
That's my question to you, though, is what's next with this conversation?
I said it 5 minutes ago, what's next?
I don't think it was clear.
You noted Memorial Day. That's what you put in the notes. What are you doing at the library?
Talking to you.
That's why you went to the library?
No.
Okay, it's your business. I'm going to send him an email. I'm going to CC you. We're going to call him back if he doesn't reach out to us directly 60 days prior to Memorial Day.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
I don't know.